Estaba muteado el micrófono. ¿Qué tal, gente? Soy Lobito. Bienvenidos a otro stream en el canal. Bienvenidos al tercer acto de NATLAN, la 5.1. Ya llegó. Y no tengo nada que decir. De verdad, estoy emocionado. Ahorita he estado temblando hace un ratito. Pero yo quiero escuchar mi audio. Si mi audio está bien. Ya, sí está bien. Mi audio está bien. Ya. Entonces, ahora sí. Vamos primero. Buenas, ¿aún no invocas? Vamos a invocar ahorita, pero primero vamos a probarla. Vamos a sacar toda... Perdón, golpeé mi micrófono. Vamos a soltar toda la buena suerte, por favor. Toda la buena vibra. Toda, por favor. Primero vamos a hacer su prueba porque quiero saber más o menos cómo es. Ah, estoy nervioso. Black Dragon, Nico, Benji, chicos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos al stream. Estoy más emocionado que de costumbre hoy día, no sé por qué. ¿Qué será por XILONEN? Aquí está XILONEN. ¡Ah! Lag de... ¡Ah! Lag de nueva versión. Siempre es el lag de cada vez que sale una versión nueva. ¿Por qué todo se ve tan... Todo se ve muy amarillo, no sé por qué. A ver, vamos. A ver, tenemos que... Supuestamente tengo que usar sus patines, ¿no? Sí. Ah, se mueve rápido. Ah, ven, el lag de nueva versión. He actualizado el juego recién. Hace una hora recién he actualizado el juego. Dorime. A ver, espérate, me equivoqué. Ah, es que dura 8 segundos nada más, ¿no? Ya. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Ahora sí, a ver. ¿Cómo trepa? A ver. ¡Oh! Y es omnidireccional, o sea... ¡Wow, man! Va a estar recontra divertido explorar con ella. Ya, enemigos derrotados. Ah, nos han dado... Ah, pensé que nos habían dado el National. Parecía el National. Falta Bennett acá. A ver, primero... Ya, después tengo que... 2 golpes y ya se carga. Puedo meter ulti. Puedo meter ulti a Shanley. Y jugamos con Janfei ahora. Bueno, no puedo saber si realmente ha bufeado o no, porque esto... Bueno, si hubieran dado a Bennett aquí hubiese sido genial. El lag presente en el chat. Sí, cada vez que hay versión nueva siempre ocurre esto. O sea, el juego tiene que asentar... Es como que los archivos del juego tienen que asentarse bien en el sistema. Por eso que a veces giro la cámara. Siempre cuando hay una actualización, o sea, de versión... Siempre me gusta irme a Sumeru. A Sumeru es más fácil probar esto y para que el juego como que se asiente, como que los archivos del juego se asienten, por así decirlo. A ver, 2 golpes ya está listo. Solamente tenemos que activar el ulti. No tengo energía para Shanley, pero... Ah, es que estoy reduciendo la resistencia de hidro, creo, ¿no? Ok. Con 2 golpes nomás se activa la... Eso es lo que me gusta, se activa solo con 2 golpes. Ah, 22.000. Normalmente Janfei hace menos daño. Ah, mírenme. Cuidado aquí. No. Maldición. Ok, vamos a golpear. ¡Ay, genial! Lo bueno... no es como el ulti de la Shogun que no activa a veces el... Oh, no, el ulti de quién? De Deya, que no activaba el... Ah, ya lo maté. Ah, sí, bufea. Ah. Está. Eso es todo. O sea, XILONEN no tiene mucho tiempo en pantalla, pero... Carajo, juro que ayuda bastante en el equipo. La bajada de resistencia es a hidro y piro, solo con el elemental. Que yo recuerde era con los cristalizados, o sea... Ah, no, me estoy confundiendo. Es el conjunto de... El conjunto de artefactos es el que necesito, sí, hacer los cristalizados los 2 tipos, ¿verdad? Claro. Claro. Ella no necesita... Ah, ya, me estoy confundiendo. Ven, qué divertido patinar. Y puede patinar más rápido todavía. Pero el flojista se acaba rápido. La única pega. Los 2 golpes es para la cura en la ulti, claro. Tiene que estar activado sus samplers. No sé cómo se llama en español. Tengo que leer las habilidades en español porque las he leído tanto en inglés que se me ha quedado en inglés grabado el nombre en inglés. Ya, ahora. Ah, no quiero gastar el ulti de Shanley. Desafío completado. Bueno. De ahí le hago la prueba de Chiori. ¡Ya! ¡Es hora del gacha! Muy bien. Es hora del gacha. Tengo todos estos deseos. Quiero ir mínimo por ella y su arma. Así que lo ideal sería que me saliera pronto. Lo más pronto posible. Para reservarme los deseos para el arma. La tengo asegurada, así que no me preocupe el 50-50. Pero quiero que me salga pronto. Quiero que me salga pronto, así que... A ver. Yo voy a cerrar mis ojos y voy a contar las estrellas, ¿eh? A ver. Un, dos, tres. 3 3 3 3 3 3. Una espada del sacrificio, ok. 4. Ya. 3. Ya está. Bueno, una espada del sacrificio. A ver. Otros 10 más. Igualito, misma dinámica. Ay, 1, 2, 3. ¿3 fue? No fue el 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Candas. 3. 3. 3. Eso fue todo. Candas la tengo C6 ya. A ver. A ver, vamos. Un, dos, tres. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 4. Otra Candas, por favor. ¿En qué piti estaba? Ni me acuerdo, la verdad. 3. 4. ¡Ah, Coley! 1, 2, 3. Ok. Ahora sí empezamos a gastar protogemas. ¡Ay, me! Estoy nervioso. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 4. Una lanza. 4. Oh, 2. Dori. Ok. Ok, ¿no? 10 más. A ver. A ver, otra vez, cerramos los ojos. Chicos, si ha salido un 5 estrellas ahorita. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3 todavía. No puedo ser tan salado, men. 4. Una espada. Espada de Fabuni es buena. Ay, men, es en serio. A ver, vamos, dale. Ya. 3. 3. Bien. Ya no fue mucho, ¿eh? ¿Cuántos deseos fueron? He hecho 30. Habrán sido 50 deseos, por lo menos. Ya, me quedan 37.000 protogemas. ¿Eso equivale a cuántos deseos más o menos? A 234. O sea, puedo conseguir el arma. A ver, ya tengo seleccionada. Ya, casi no me quiero tapar los ojos. Acá sí quiero verlo. Que tendría que tener muchísima suerte como para... ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¿Ya? ¡Oh! Clap, clap, clap. Y me quedan deseos. Me quedan 224 deseos. Todo para la gran mavuika. Que también voy a intentar conseguirla a ella y su arma. Y puedo canjear lo que me faltaba aquí porque ya no me quedaba polvo estelar. Y vamos a darle 4 deseos al estándar porque, ¿por qué no? O sea, míreme, 4 estrellas. Caía, bueno, ya lo tengo C6. Ya después hago eso. Y ahí está. Ah, man. La motomami está asegurada, sí, pero ahora tengo el 50-50, ahí está el problema. Ah, men. Y creo que también esto ya está completado, sí, ya está. Yeah. XILONEN, el bailecito, el bailecito. Eso. Le vamos a dar una de su arma. Aquí está, cambiar. Le vamos a poner los artefactos. Y son los que tiene kachina. Y ya tengo un set para kachina, pero tengo que subirle de nivel nomás. Así que kachina no va a quedar abandonada, ojo. He farmeado 2. Es solo que para recordar cuál era el que voy a usar, se los he puesto a kachina. Nada más. Vamos a ascenderla. Vamos a ver si hasta dónde puedo ascenderla. Eso, sigue bailando para mí. Ah, ahora sí tengo que farmear el jefe nuevo, ok. Y el arma también la puedo... A ver, tengo... ¿Por qué tengo...? Ah, ya. Ya, a ver, sí. Todo lo que se pueda ascender, vamos a... ¡Qué feliz! ¡Qué feliz! ¡Qué feliz estoy! Ah, men. Ya saben que voy a usar esto de acá mejor. Y vamos a auto añadir. ¿Por qué me sale ¿Por qué me sale esta arma acá? No debería salir ahí. Ahí está el máximo. Ya. Podemos seguirlo ascendiendo, genial. Ya, bien, he farmeado bastante, ¿eh? Ni yo mismo me he dado cuenta de todo lo que he farmeado. ¿Tanto tenía? ¡Wow! Ah, ya, hasta aquí nomás. Ok, de ahí tengo que farmear de nuevo. Ya, artefactos, talentos, ya. Lo que tengo entendido que hay que subir primero. ¿Qué hay nuevo acá? Ah, constelación de caída. Ok, vamos a primero a activar esto. Creo que también de Dory. ¿Y de quién más? De Colei también. Colei C3. Ah, verdad, me salió 2 veces. Y... nadie más, ¿no? Ya, XILONEN. Que acá... ah, ya, esta es la recompensa. Ah, mira, también tenía su tornamesa, ¿verdad? Yo creo que tengo un meme andante. Elemental y luego ulti, sí, sí, sí. Vamos a subir el elemental entonces. Tengo que ascenderla. Tengo que ir a farmear el jefe nuevo. Pero bueno, XILONEN está en el equipo. Y desgraciadamente, como el nivel de mundo 9 es muy complicado ahorita, por más que me gustaría ir canónicamente con la viajera, mi viajera es dentro y lamentablemente quiero ir... si voy canónico es llevar a la viajera junto a XILONEN solas las dos prácticamente. Creo que son los únicos personajes que vamos a ver en este acto 3. Así que voy a ir con un equipo que quería probar desde que se anunció XILONEN. Así que espero que no moleste, que no haya inmersión, o sea, al estar al 100% siempre con la viajera en pantalla. Además la viajera sale en todas las escenas, así que, o sea, no hay de qué preocuparse. Me debía haber actualizado el juego más temprano, pero estaba ocupado. Es hermosa, man. Tengo recientemente algo con las rubias, no sé por qué. Pero ella no es 100% rubia, es como que su cabello es primero como albina y después se va poniendo rubio. Bueno, vamos a irnos patinando. Tengo que subir, creo, sí tengo que subir. Ah, ni siquiera he activado la misión, ¿verdad? Ahorita la voy a activar. Pero sé que inicia acá. Sé que inicia hablando con Catherine. A ver, J. ¿Dónde está? Acá está. Vamos a ponerle la experiencia fluida. Listo. Esperar 2 días. Men, qué suerte, ¿eh? Qué suerte he tenido. ¿Qué tal suerte? ¿No tenía esa suerte? A ver. No tenía esa suerte desde que conseguí justamente la última cosa de 5 estrellas que conseguí. Que fue la primera constelación de New Billet. No he tenido tanta suerte después de eso. Que fueron prácticamente dos, según nombre de cultura, usa el elemental y mira sus básicos. A ver. A ver. Oh, ahora entiendo. Oh, se acabó. Ah, es que ya no tengo flojisto acá abajo. Ok. Vamos a ver qué tanto bufea a nivel 20 nomás. Que tengo que ir a farmear ahora el jefe nuevo.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
Ojo, y hay gente que no me cree, soy free to play. No he metido ni un solo centavo a este juego, me. No puedo creerlo, me. Creo que eso es la dedicación.
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across NATLAN. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion.
Okay.
So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything.
Los retoños arbóreos, ok, la tribu de Kinich.
Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
Okay.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax,
cierto.
you two.
He escuchado
You've
que
been working hard
algunas
these
líneas
days,
de
and
voz
this will be a good
no
opportunity
están
for some
grabadas. O sea, hay
well-deserved rest.
personajes que van a estar callados. Eso es porque ahorita los actores y actrices de doblaje, porque técnicamente es un doblaje, de acuerdo, porque el idioma original es en chino, están en una huelga porque la empresa que Hoyoverse utiliza, porque Hoyoverse directamente no hace el casting de voz no el casting, sino el doblaje en inglés no lo hace directamente, sino que lo hace a través del tercero, de una empresa que hace la grabación y todo eso, ¿no? Entonces los actores y actrices están en huelga porque esta empresa empezó a usar inteligencia artificial para replicar sus voces sin su consentimiento y ni siquiera les pagan nada, entonces por eso están de huelga. Sí, es kachina y kinich. Entonces kachina y kinich van a estar en mudo prácticamente. Bueno, ¿qué podemos hacer? No es culpa de... Realmente no es ni culpa de Hoyoverse ni de los actores de voz. La culpa la tiene esa empresa, pues. Ahí está, pues kachina no habla. Vamos a intentar replicarla.
Jeje, sí. Además ahora no es momento de estar descansando en casa. Quiero hacer algo para ayudar.
No puedo mantener esa voz. Oí que el arconte de Pyro está buscando guerreros para defender algunas áreas remotas, así que decidí venir a apuntarte. Era la mejor, kachina. No creas que no llegó a todos mis oídos las cosas que he hecho. ¿Te refieres a tus oídos gigantes que tienes acá? Con todo lo que está trabajando todo el mundo también hay que tener algo. Por cierto, XILONEN me contó que está a cargo de forjar un nombre antiguo para ti. Oh, ya la vamos a ver entonces. Y me dijo que ya lo tenía listo, así que podemos ir a verla cuando quieran.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet XILONEN, the legendary forger of ancient names.
Ya la conocimos. Sí, pues ella es una de las mejores artesanas, además de nombres antiguos, también puede crear toda clase de cosas magníficas. Tiene tantos clientes que siempre hay que hacer mucha cola para que te atienda, pero esta vez ha sacado tiempo para dedicarlo específicamente a forjarse. ¿Por qué todos en NATLAN? Hasta me da pena. Todos en NATLAN son tan amigables y en naciones anteriores hasta nos han querido matar. Yo ya terminé de escribirme como guerrero, así que solamente queda esperar. Si no tiene nada que hacer, les parece si vamos a ver a XILONEN. Excelente, quiero escuchar su voz. Supongo que no hay problema si yo voy con ustedes, ¿no? No, ¿cómo vamos a tener un problema? Tienes que venir con nosotros. Exacto, eres la luz de la mañana de eres el orgullo de toda la nación. Ahora solo quiero acabar un agujero para meterme en él y llorar. Ay, men, tan linda que es. Ya, empezamos. Capítulo 5, acto 3. Ahora sí. Bueno, no tenemos que ir hasta la tribu para ver a XILONEN, porque aquí está, pero bueno, vamos a ir hasta allá. Hasta los vástagos del LLEGÓ. Acá... Wow. Voy a cambiar rapidito de personaje para que no salgan dos XILONENs. Ahora sí. Va a ser divertido también llevar a XILONEN junto a kachina en el mundo abierto para deslizarme por todos lados. Es acá, ¿no? Ah, no, es ahí arriba. Por cierto, he desactivado la difuminación de movimiento. No sé si se note que... Acá está. Que se agarre la cola, hija. ¡Excelente trabajo de cámara! Me encanta, me encanta. XILONEN, he traído a la persona que necesita un nombre antiguo. Es la mejor, he aprendido un montón de cosas gracias a ella. Te aseguro que es digna de tener un nombre heroico.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
Esos ojos, man.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in NATLAN not too long ago.
No, la vejera es Lumin. Tú eres comida de emergencia.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
¿Qué? ¿No te dijo el arconte Pyro?
No, the only thing she said.
Así se ven los personajes con los ángulos de cámara. Es que eso me lleva de regreso a la misión de Eula. También fue igualita esa misión.
And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time I thought she was just commenting on my skills. but I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Sí, porque lamentablemente las personas que no son de NATLAN no tienen ese flojisto en su interior. ¿Te has enfadado?
I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot.
Perdón, te
Anyway,
interrumpí.
I
Pensé que ya
can't argue
terminó.
with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Ok, pues creo que sí he conseguido suficiente. Claro, hemos salvado a 4 naciones. No, 5 naciones ya. ¿5? Claro, 5. Mondstadt, Liebe, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine. Hemos salvado 5 naciones ya.
But they were all performed outside of
Evité
Natlan, correct?
que toda una nación se inundara. O sea, eso... No, sí se inundó, de hecho. Sí se inundó.
Yeah, that's right.
Pero nadie murió.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by
Ah,
the
no,
Night
Melus
Kingdom.
y
To take
Silva.
it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
A ver, pues nada. O sea, las hazañas tienen que ser hechas en NATLAN.
Only memories and experiences that have been
Eso es lo que me
acknowledged by
lleva a
the wild
preguntarme.
can be used as a basis for an
¿Esa es
ancient
la
name.
razón por la cual no hay NPCs de NATLAN en el resto de las naciones? Porque si salen, el flojisto en su interior se apaga y eso de repente hace que no estén viviendo. En términos family friendly, para que YouTube no me...
Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something.
Ok. Se cortó el stream un segundo, creo. Creo que se cortó el stream. Ah, ya lo arreglé. Ok, no sé qué diablos pasó.
Seems the YF don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mavuika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet
Ok.
she's still
Todo bien entonces, todo bien
entrusted the task
ahorita.
of forging the ancient
Ya.
name to me.
Bueno, veo que OBS dice que todo está bien. YouTube Studio dice que todo está bien. Así que les creo.
Hope Hyman gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Esto ya ha pasado antes, ¿no? Recuerdo que la última vez te pusiste a correr alrededor de las montañas cercadas. Internet Latam. Men, tengo Win. Es muy buen proveedor.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's
¿Qué habrá
just,
pasado?
focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
No ha sido mi internet porque mi OBS Blade sigue funcionando. Se habría desconectado. Algo debo haber movido sin querer. Qué rápido te has mentalizado.
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon.
Sí
If
puedes.
she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Oh. Sí, a ver si podemos encontrar algún modo de conseguirlo. Y si de verdad no somos capaces, pues hablaremos con la Arconte Pyro.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a YF when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Ya, ok.
Every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the
música
unprecedented
de
nature
NATLAN
of
es
this
increíble.
situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one YAB alone would probably not be enough.
¿Eso significa que necesitamos el reconocimiento de 6 YOPs?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess.
Ok.
We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and YAB. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the
Citlali, ok.
Nightwind.
Citlali se
The one
pronuncia.
we call Granny Eatstali.
Ok. Augures vientos nocturnos.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name.
Ah, entonces quiere decir que va a estar enojada porque
A
rompimos
person
esa
who can
piedra,
make
creo.
something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed.
Ah, es una vieja, ok.
I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Nos conocemos y ya no nos conocemos y ya nos odia.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Great going, mavuika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon.
Dijo la línea del tráiler.
I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Podemos pedírselo a Kinich, es el que más corriente está todo y la Abu, si Lali ya la conoce, ya lo conoce.
I sure hope Sahel won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kinich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Uy, un poquito saturado estuvo ahí su línea de voz.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter.
Parece que
and
sí
we
están
can meet
teniendo
up near the
problemas
statue
con
of
el
the Seven
doblaje.
later.
Bueno, de que están teniendo problemas, pero
We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
con las voces que sí han podido grabar... ¿Está aquí? Ah, no, se fue. Ya, se supone que está con nosotros, que nos está acompañando. Ya, entonces nos vamos a... Ah, está acá nomás. ¿Dónde es? Acá arriba, ¿no?
All right.
Ya. Yo noté saturada la Abu. Sí, he leído en Reddit que... He tratado de no spoilarme. Pero... Hola de nuevo. Kachina ya me ha puesto al corriente. Llevaré la carta y convenceré a Citlali de que nos dé una oportunidad. De paso aprovecharé para explicarle todo lo ocurrido con la roca espiritista y le ofreceré nuestras disculpas personalmente, dice Kinich.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kinich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
No pasa nada, al fin y al cabo todos estamos trabajando para el plan del Arconte Pyro y todos los que estamos aquí lo sabemos lo complicadas que están las cosas. Estamos aquí ante dos héroes de sus respectivas tribus, ¿no? Sí, porque todos vimos a un héroe del pasado aparecer ante nuestros ojos y luego Mualani dijo que de repente un montón de recuerdos y conocimientos entraron en su cabeza. El Arconte Pyro nos lo explicó todo cuando regresamos, tanto la razón por la que apareció aquel héroe como el estado actual del Reino de la Noche.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that XILONEN is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Ajá.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us.
Ah, me lo estabas ocultando.
Ok.
Menos mal que yo ya lo sabía.
Facing such a bleak reality.
Ah, y otra cosa, ya hemos identificado a la persona que rescató a Capitano en la aldea Sacrofuego. ¿Quién fue? Es un hombre de los augures vientos nocturnos llamado Ororon, ¿ok? Sin embargo, ha pasado casi toda su vida viviendo solo en la naturaleza, lejos de su tribu. Ororon se parece al guitarrista de Avenged Sevenfold. Es por eso que nadie de su tribu notó su ausencia hasta que un día Citlali se dio cuenta de que hacía tiempo que no sabía nada de él.
Citlali knows him too?
Citlali, ok, Citlali. Sí, Ororon es huérfano. Kinich. Acá está, man, Kinich. En su gloriosa y muda presencia. Sí, Ororon es huérfano. Lo criaron el jefe de los augures vientos nocturnos y otras personas de buen corazón de sus tribus. Sin embargo, tengo entendido de que desde pequeño ya era un poco raro. Tranqui, dragón. Pronto regresará el banner de Kinich y pronto lo vas a conseguir.
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's
Maldito.
gotta be pretty far
Lo vas a
out
conseguir,
there.
tranqui. Ya va a regresar. Los personajes así a veces regresan rápido. Sí, y de hecho Auroran y Citlali se llevan muy bien porque tienen eso en común.
Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the
Algún
first
día.
one to
No, sí
notice
regresan, sí
Auroran's
regresan.
disappearance if
Kinich
she's
ha
been
sido
following in
medianamente
her
popular, así que puede ser que sí regrese pronto. Además es dentro. Hoyover sabe vender los personajes dentro también. Desconocemos qué ha pasado exactamente con él, ya que no sabemos si se unió a los Fatui voluntariamente o si alguien lo obligó. Seguro que Citlali está deseando demostrar que Auroran no es un traidor, así que aprovecharé eso para sacarle el tema.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Ajá. Ah, en inglés no dicen capitano, dicen the captain, o sea, el capitán, literalmente. Así es, si a todos les parece bien la idea, entonces una vez, en vez de una solicitud unilateral, esto se convierte en una colaboración beneficiosa para todos. Aunque no creo que Citlali descarte una orden procedente del Arconte Pyro. Trabajar con nosotros le ayudará a concentrarse en lo importante y no distraerse con lo que con Auroran. A mí me parece bien. Concuerdo, confío en ustedes, chicos.
Way to make up for breaking the spirit speaker's
Sí.
This is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Mollypo Kinich. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Ok, vamos a esperar 2 días. Se la llevaré enseguida, dice Kinich. Ve con cuidado, Kinich, dice Kachina. Yo también me voy, aún tengo que guardar y recoger algunas cosas.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Y se fueron todos. Espera hasta la mañana dentro de 2 días. ¿Dice la hora? Ah, no dice la hora, entonces puede ser... Tiene que ser cualquier hora en la mañana, 2 días, así que a las... Vamos a ser puntuales, así 5 minutos antes vamos a llegar, 5 minutos antes de las 8 vamos a llegar. ¿Y qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo están sus pulls? Me acuerdo una vez que dijeron... No sé en qué video un hater me dijo cuando dices pulse. Pulse. Desde ahí empecé a decir lanzar, para que no me jodan más que nada. Pero, o sea, alucina que te pueden criticar hasta por las cosas más estúpidas, man. Me criticaron por decir pulse. Que es lanzar en inglés, o sea, es como la gente llama a lanzar en el gacha. Ni para la chamba llegas a esa hora. Ah, se convierte en un jaguar cuando trepa, man. No, es un ocelote, es una ocelote. Ah, no tenía que subir, ok. Tenía que ir abajo. Es acá, ¿no? Ah, ok, 2 xilones, ¿no? A ver. Tiradas. O el gachapón, güey, sí.
Oh, hi,
Pero yo,
Children
por
Pie.
ejemplo, a veces al gacha yo le digo banner. O sea, de frente le digo banner, yo.
I
Tengo esa
have
costumbre.
bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Ok, la vieja no responde.
You mean she didn't even bother to give Kinich a response?
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
A ver,
That's true. Let's go.
vamos a intentarlo, al menos conversar con ella. Me volví chino, de la nada me volví chino. Vamos a esperar a Citlali en el... ¿Citlali o Citlali? Más fácil es... Se me enreda la lengua cuando intento decir... ¡Ah! El aj! Se me enreda la lengua cuando intento decir Citlali. Dice, TL no va junto. No deberían existir esas 2 letras así juntas. Van a la arena Sacrofuego, pero Citlali no está. Citlali, voy a decir Citlali, más fácil.
Paimon doesn't seem
Rueda por la lengua más
buddy.
fácil.
Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
Ah, sí, hay que continuar el diálogo. No estaba viendo nada. Nada.
Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
¿Quién?
Yes, Mavuika is our
Dile
leader.
abuela, todos le
That
dicen
doesn't mean
así.
there's any kind of tall barrier between
A ver, vamos
us
a
and
decirle a
her.
la abuela Silali. Pero no implica que haya una brecha insalvable entre
The only
nosotros.
thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Ya lo hemos comprobado.
So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? She can ignore us just because she's famous.
Paimon, cállate.
You all talk about her like she's
Paimon,
some kind of huge
cállate.
deal, but she
Paimon.
didn't even bother to
Paimon.
reply to our letter.
Paimon.
Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what
Paimon,
aging does to you,
cállate,
Paimon
está
never
atrás
wants to get
tuyo.
old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Esta está como por una captura, fe. Voy a tomar una captura de esto. Vamos a guardarla. Esto está para hacerle meme por el fondo negro, men. Listo.
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Llegó la abuela.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See,
Oh, se paró rapidito. Yo hago eso y me desmayo.
Wait, your seat, Lolly? Your Granny Eatstily?
Yes,
La
Granny
abuelita.
Eatstly.
Ah, sí,
But
está bien
emphasis on
saturada su
Eatstly,
voz.
Not Granny. Ah, you must know this trope from light novels.
Ah, me hace acordar del
surely.
micrófono de
We
Tyler
use it all
One.
the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid.
Eso es lo que escucho yo.
Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
Sí, y el japo son 17 GB el audio japonés. Que solo la voz de Citlali no puede ser. Sí, pero ya
It was an honest
ya no
mistake.
escucho
I
la
guess
voz,
we've
ya no
just
prefiero el
gotten
juego en
used to it.
japonés porque tengo, como ya lo he dicho muchas veces, tengo el nivel de atención de una papa y leer los subtítulos,
Sorry.
al menos acá yo estoy escuchando
How old are you actually?
y entiendo lo que dicen.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Ok, abuela.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that
Ok, boomer.
unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her.
Ya aprendiste, Paimon, que debes quedarte callada.
Little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna
Tienes
leave
que
us
quedarte
out the door.
callada, tienes que quedarte callada. Se enojó.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone.
Ah, recién me doy
There's really
cuenta
no need to
que
take all this so seriously.
tiene una
If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going.
trenza color celeste con rosado. Recién me di cuenta.
I received Kinich's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to
Ven, los
draft a reply
los
that
deseos son lo
simply
que
said,
me está matando.
"Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No? But, of course,
Ah, men, esos deseos.
it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were
Yes.
already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
Otra captura. Otra captura. Eso merece otra captura de pantalla. Vamos a seleccionar. Guardar recorte. Listo. Ya está.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Ah, también eres un dere. Ok, ok, perfecto. Qué incómodo.
What's with that expression?
Ah, no sabía que Paimon era telépata.
Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Creo que parecía una broma, pero este sabes que es más educado, no sé qué es reírme o no
When the
hacerlo.
Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her. Huh, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, XILONEN, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Ya, sí.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before.
Ah. XILONEN le cuenta a Silali lo que le pidió al arconte. ¡Guau! ¡Déjame leer!
I see. So
Conchas.
mavuika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Exacto. Todo, solo lo sabremos si lo encontramos.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take...
¿Qué me va a hacer? No. No. Le dio la mano. Qué falta de educación. Qué falta de pudor. Le tocó la mano.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Nos acabas de ir en retrospectiva todo hasta el comienzo, me parece, en pocas palabras. Todo lo que he hecho ha sido una metáfora desde... A este punto tiene sentido la historia de Genshin, tiene más relleno que One Piece. No, esto es importante, Lo que estamos haciendo ahorita es muy importante.
Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo!
Ay, ¿qué tenía?
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
En serio, tenía pegado.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
O sea, mi cordura.
Oh, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Gracias.
It was nothing.
Me dio su agüita de almendras.
XILONEN, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night?
A la señora... Ah, ya no es el señor de la noche. Acá en Genshin es la señora de la noche. Ok.
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Ok.
Oh, so you're basically saying
No puedo
it's even
tomármela
more
en serio
powerful
con
than
ese
the
ceseo
Lion
que
of the
tiene.
Tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the Lord of the entire Night
Al menos hasta la
Kingdom.
versión es .4 tiene la historia de la región nueva. Después es medio... Sí, generalmente, cada vez que hay una nueva versión, hasta la .4 generalmente es interesante.
Not exactly.
Ya después es relleno porque
It's
es
not
ya
so much
es
that
preparándose
one's
para
more
la siguiente
powerful than
versión.
the other. But never mind.
Bueno,
It's not
a
important.
excepción
It will take
del
too much time to explain.
capítulo de verano, ¿no? O sea, la parche del verano que siempre es un mapa completamente
Just
diferente
listen
y por
carefully
tiempo
to what I'm
limitado.
about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream.
Por cierto, mi amigo Dragon dice que mi ventilador aquí se mueve solo. A ver, a ver si alguien esté atento. Si no, voy a tener que llamar a un exorcista.
But But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
¿Para qué nos preguntas si sabes que vamos a ir contigo?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the
Okay.
Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you...
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
Ok.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues.
Okay.
He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house.
Un jarrón
There was
roto.
also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house.
Ay, men, el
that
ceseo
did
me...
not match
me
any of
no
our
sé,
local
no me...
weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Ah, entonces son fatuis. Si son armas de Snezhnaya, entonces son
Oh,
fatuis.
sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him?
Carne fresca para
That's
reclutar.
not to say that I believe
Ey,
he's totally innocent, of course.
qué bien lo
Since
conoces
he's the
también.
only
¿Eh?
one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan.
Qué bien lo
He
conoce.
must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
Ok.
You can count on us.
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
De acuerdo. Vamos donde Auroron. ¿Hasta dónde? 1000 kilómetros. 1000 metros. Acá. Ah, por donde está la entrada a esa sala secreta donde está nuestro dinosaurio. ¿Se la el juego? No se la ya se asentaron los archivos del juego bien. No sé por qué pienso que Auroron va a reemplazar ese espacio que dejó el
this is the
Wanderer
spot.
en los Fatuis, ¿de acuerdo? No sé por qué pienso
An
eso.
eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me.
Por cierto,
But
me parece que le han
Auroron
bufeado
really
a
is a good
Citlali
kid.
porque
I see
que
no
yo
reason why
recuerde
he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui.
era una tabla.
I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or, however, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kinich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
¿Podrías hablarnos un poco más de Auroron?
Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant.
En la
And
calle
the
del
people of
tabaco
the
lo
tribe
dejaron.
took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us. And once he
¿Cómo lo
reached
puedes haber
adulthood,
criado
he
si
built
casi tiene la
himself a
misma?
house out in the
Para buff de eso sí
He spends
recuerdas.
most of his days growing vegetables and raising
Lo
aphids,
importante es, los detalles
living
importantes
off
siempre hay
of
que
what he
recordarlos,
harvests
¿ya?
from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
Visto así, es verdad que no parece mala persona.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements.
A ver,
Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
vamos. ¿Qué razón?
Trail.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
¡Wow! ¡Qué degenerado! Sostenerle la mano. Qué degenerado, por favor. Contacto de piel con piel. Wow, men, qué enfermizo. Ahora sí podemos ver el rastro. ¿Ah? ¿Qué viste?
How about now?
¿Vio algo? ¿O no?
What do you see?
Ahora sí. De repente veo un rastro. Y Paimon no lo ve.
Oh, Paimon
Ah, no,
can see
sí.
it now too.
That's
Hubiese sido
right.
gracioso que
I
Paimon no
used
lo
a
pudiera
spell
ver.
to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at.
Le
But
dio.
don't worry, it's a cinch for me.
Sí le ha olvidado
Between the two of you,
compartir
it seems
pantalla.
the traveler's senses are a bit stronger than
Este es el
Paimon's.
equivalente a compartir pantalla en Discord.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston.
Sí, ahora tengo que
You're
lavarme esa mano.
extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might
¿Por
say
qué te
a lot of
ríes, Paimon?
confusing stuff, but this
Vamos a
spell
movernos
has
rápido.
really something.
¿Qué? ¡Ay, no! Había un diálogo y lo
Deep and
interrumpí.
confusing. As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now... Or
Y eso que la
perhaps
viajera
I'm
tiene,
still not
tiene más de
fashionable
500 años, ¿eh?
But that can't be, right? Ugh, don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Ok, boomer. Creo que acabo de escuchar una voz, pero espera, no ha sido por los oídos, sino en mi mente.
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Parece que Paimon también escuchó, pero tiene cara de haber caído en la cuenta de algo. Claro, debe ser el efecto secundario del hechizo.
Now that I think about it,
Es el equivalente de alguien dejando su micro prendido.
Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Se está comunicando por medio de sus pensamientos. Genial. Si Lali, dejaste el micro prendido.
They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
¿Se imaginan si Lali empezara a tener pensamientos intrusivos? Así es, nosotros los conseguiremos.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Acá, a ver.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
¿Qué pasó?
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened.
Oh,
We've got to find him. Fast.
lo están extorsionando al menos.
Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the
Nietecito.
crossfire.
Ok, si es una anciana, está buena.
No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm.
Vieja
and keep my
castrosa.
composure.
Ok, ¿podemos continuar o no? Ok.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air.
Pyro, electro.
Electro, and some other elements as well.
Kinich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Claro. Si Lali parece preocupada. Lo cierto es que a juzgar por la señal de socorro, por algún motivo alguien debió coaccionar a Auroron, y viendo la diferencia numérica, dudo mucho que él hubiera podido con ellos.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Ok.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
¿Cómo que nos vemos ahora? ¿Qué pasó con esa traducción, man?
Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Sí.
Once Lolly left,
Dejó el micro
that voice
prendido.
went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
Solo se...
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
Estamos muteados. Parece que si Lali no notó nada raro.
She was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Sí. Ok. Listo. ¿Por dónde tengo que ir? Por allá.
Bring it!
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
No tengo más flojisto. Acá, a ver. Aquí hay rastro de flojisto, pero...
Did you find something?
Encontré rastro de flojisto, pero aquí acaban.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right?
Paimon tiene razón, todo esto es muy extraño y además...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Ay, ¿quién ha hablado? Ok, oscuridad. ¿Qué pasó? El reino de la noche, ¿cómo llegó hasta acá?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move.
No me toques,
I
conchetu.
have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you
La
if you were
trama.
anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom,
La
a
trama.
familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind.
Tiene el peinado follador. No, no.
Hello, traveler. I'm
Oye, ¿tú
Aurora,
celebras
the
Halloween?
one you've been searching for.
A veces. ¿Qué significa todo esto? ¿Has conseguido escapar del Fatui, mano? Esta... ¿Se puede hacer un meme con esto? ¿Con esta imagen? A ver. Podemos hacer un meme con esto después. Listo. ¿Qué significa todo esto? ¿Has conseguido escapar de los Fatuis?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
Llegó el capitán.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
Con que trabajan juntos, hijo de puta.
I've heard much
Si
about
Lali
you
está
from the
preocupado
past
por ti, concha tu
encounters you've had
madre.
with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Ah, la miércoles, men. Esto es muy fotogénico, men.
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you.
Y si nos saltamos hasta la parte en la que te pateo el trasero.
The
O sea,
Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
supuestamente él
If you would
está
like to hear our
o sea, en
intel,
niveles de
you'd
fuerza,
find
él
us
está
to
al
the
nivel de
east
los
of the
dioses,
stadium.
supuestamente.
But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Sí, porque mavuika te partió el culo.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
A la abuela. Ok. ¿Podrías dejar de tocarme la cabeza, Auroron? Ah.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Estoy bien, estoy bien. Me sacaron el alma del cuerpo y solo por eso no podía volver a Paimon. A la mía, ¿qué tal habilidad es esa? Sacarle el alma del cuerpo a alguien.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Paimon, cállate.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
Me encuentro bien, solo estoy un poquito mareado.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
Si estaban diciendo la verdad, entonces deberían tener razón de peso, pero ¿debería confiar en ellos? Podría contarles la verdad sin Lali y Paimon, pero si lo hago, echaría a perder toda esta pista que tengo. Además he tenido la oportunidad de hablar con los augures viento nocturno o los fatui, así que lo mejor será que no diga nada hasta que tenga algo más de información. Ok. A quedarnos callados nada más. Es
If
lo
you're
único que
feeling
queda.
sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
Ah, entonces sí, es una Shongyun. Ok, perfecto.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Gracias a las dos, pero de verdad no se preocupen.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Aunque la situación es urgente, te quedas descansando un poco más con Paimon y Silali. No dejas de recordar la voz de Ororo mientras Silali te observa de cerca, incluso te hace un examen físico. Ay.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, traveler?
All right, let's get ready.
Ahí, pe.
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Ok.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Perdón, nos hemos retrasado por mi culpa.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. But if you want to make it up to me, Then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Sí, claro. Sí, voy a pelear bastante. A ver, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Ah, arriba. No dura mucho, así que... He visto un team muy bueno para el mundo abierto que es con Navia, con Furina, con Yelan y con XILONEN. De repente cambia a Yelan un rato, al menos para moverme rápido. Porque mientras no recargue Floyisto y mientras no tenga su habilidad pasiva no voy a recargar Floyisto. ¡Ah! Acá está el men. Y acá están los Fatuis. ¿Se podría considerar arma de aventar un iPhone 6 intentando correr? Cualquier joyo. No, ponle Wuthering Waves y ahí tienes literalmente una granada incendiaria. Es el mejor oro, es el mejor oro, es el mismo oro que vi cuando el alma se me salió del cuerpo. Ah, verdad, me había olvidado que él es Electro. Parece Hidro, ¿no? O sea, por la ropa parece Hidro. Primera vez que le veo que tiene acá. Ah, tiene cara el men. O sea que todo estaba tapado.
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Kosterlitsky. Okay.
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
¿Puedo probar a Silali? ¿En serio? ¿Puedo?
On my count. 3, 2, 1.
¿Puedo jugar con Silali? ¿En serio? Ah, no.
You've got no idea who you're up against.
Ah, no tengo energía. Ah, ok, se murieron. Wow. Ok. Ah, aparecieron más, ok. Y ahora sí, vamos a probar el equipo. Primero es E y Q de Furina. Después 2 ulti de Bennett, ulti de Navia. De ahí podríamos meter el ulti de XILONEN y de ahí pegamos. Ah, pero el main es Geo, ok. Ok, creo que no eran los mejores enemigos para probar tampoco.
Granny.
¡Oh, no! ¡Abuela!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Greetings to you too, other Granny.
Otra vez, no, no. Okay.
What did you just call her?
Granny.
No, ya, no,
right?
ya, qué viejo.
You are Granny's friend.
Ah,
you seem to
estos
be
jóvenes de
the same
ahora
age as her,
le llaman abuelo a cualquiera.
You're also a granny.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
El men habla como Fischl, un poco, no tanto, pero es como si Fischl se moderara un poco, así habla igualito. O sea que se llevarían de maravilla ellos dos. Habla de una forma totalmente distinta a la gente, pero no parece adecuado. Además me pidió que le montaría todo el secreto. Entonces para ti todo el mundo son abuelos y abuelas.
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
El men se parece al guitarrista de Avenged Sevenfold.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron?
Espera un segundo, espera,
Haven't I told
que,
you 100
que
times
salga
since you
Auroron
were
en
a
pantalla.
kid?
Me doy cuenta de un
Heed
detalle.
the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry.
El men
Granny.
está
Be
usando
more
jeans,
careful
es lo que
next
me
time.
parece que está usando.
Next time?
Bueno, ya, ¿de qué me sorprendo
Oh,
ya?
good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance.
Tranquilo, Auroron.
They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about NATLAN's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay.
¿Y
Now
cómo es que
answer
puedes
me
conocer la
honestly.
distribución de las líneas ley?
Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes,
So why did you do it?
because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Nadie se cree eso.
Hey, I'm no ordinary granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence.
O sea, vamos a cargar a los
Let's
fatuis muertos como sacos de papas ahí como
Aurora,
evidencia, ¿no?
You better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes, I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
Ven, ya, se está empezando a parecer a Razor, ya.
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
Se está pareciendo a Razor.
Oh,
Está empezando a hablar
Right.
como Razor. Ok. Ve a la cámara asamblearia. Allá. ¿Dónde era acá, no? Si Lali los lleva a Auroron y ustedes a la cámara asamblearia para que él explique lo ocurrido.
I see.
Oh, y este me...
So Auroron came to the captain's rescue
¿Quién
because he
es
promised
este
to
men?
help him in exchange for Seat Lolly's safety.
Qué NPC
That's right.
tan genérico.
I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Seat Lolly is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Okay.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
O sea, ¿lo van a dejar ir así de
Thank
fácil?
you. And thank you
De verdad es buena representación del sistema de justicia de Latinoamérica.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to XILONEN and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
De verdad, el men tiene la pinta de que es un guitarrista de metal, así. Ahora me recuerda un poco a Razor, sí. El men es un metalero, no me vas a negar eso.
Oh, thank you.
Te lo agradecemos mucho, Silali.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Ey, esa es la frase de Yelan, no le robes la frase de
You
Yelan.
can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Y un buen baño.
Mother Granny.
Qué amable mi nieto. Ay, chucha, se puso serio. A juzgar por su cara parecía estar recordándome que no olvidara lo que acordamos. No parecía estar mintiendo. De no ser porque lo vi con mis propios ojos, jamás creía que estuviera haciendo tantas cosas a espaldas de Silali. ¿Qué será lo que quiere de verdad?
Oh, we're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, tengo algo que contarte.
What is it, traveler?
Llevas a Paimon a un lado y le cuentas cómo te... Ay, no, ¿en serio? ¿Podemos contarle esto a Paimon? Shh, cállate, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he... Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Seat Lally and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
Aún no lo sabemos con seguridad.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We
Sí.
still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Rayos. Espera hasta la noche del día siguiente. Ok. A las 20 horas dijo, ¿no? Voy a estar 2 minutos antes. Hasta ahora está interesante. Es una doble... Es como que Auroron tiene como que una doble personalidad. Ve al lugar acordado. Ah, ¿no era acá? Ay, ¿qué hice? Ah, era acá. Yo pensaba que era ahí en la mesa de la asamblea, o sea, donde están todas las sillas. Sí, se gasta bastante rápido el flojisto. A ver, aquí hay un atrapasueños ahí arriba. Acá.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Ahí está.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
No, yo no.
You.
Yo no me alegro.
Pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Ugh. And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar.
Y se lo
Oh,
dijo.
so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Ya, yo sí, yo a partir de ahora sí te voy a empezar a llamar abuela, Paimon,
Well,
entonces.
I could.
Deberíamos ir al grano, sí, estoy cansado ya de... ¿No hay nadie? ¿No hay nadie cerca? Ok.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Oh, excelente. Ok. Lo único que me importa es la información que me puedas dar.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
¿Por qué? ¿Por
If
qué
we allow
debería
the
ser
current
amigo de
state
ti?
of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
¿Y por qué? Ah, fue cuando en la recta final la historia llena de emociones a Ether y hermanos son los amigos que quisimos en el camino.
I've
¿Por
long
qué?
heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Mavuika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
¿Qué me vas a contar de Mavuika? ¡Qué chismoso, man!
You've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes.
Oh.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss.
Oh.
We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Mira, todas esas son especulaciones tuyas, man.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Un momento, con robar la Gnosis y tomar la decisión por ella, se refería... ¿La Gnosis está relacionada con ese plan B?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
El capitán tiene el diseño más fachero de todos los personajes masculinos, sí. Eso es cierto, eso es muy cierto. Ya le echaste el ojo, seguro ya.
See, Lolly, when did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to.
De verdad suena como una abuela.
How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Que salga su banner.
Oh, here
Pero
we
sí
go
se
again.
cree que el capitán no va a ser
Cat got your
jugable.
tongue,
Sí,
huh?
sí.
You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the—
I'm sorry, Granny.
What the
I
fuck
feel
is
so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools?
¡Ah, la
Where
miércoles!
if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll—
Dale una correa, dale la correa. La chancla, dale la chancla.
Wait, see, Lolly, please calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't
Eso va a pasar cuando Genshin llegue a la Switch, o sea, nunca. No, sí. Hasta ahora todos los Fatuis, excepto las Ignora, han sido jugables, ¿eh? Las Ignora la mataron. Oportunidad perdida, en mi opinión.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me.
Silali moda latinoamericana, exacto. Excelente representación, man. Excelente representación, ¿no? La mamá promedio de Latinoamérica. La comparación de capitán interrumpió el momento más importante, pero al menos Auroron está con nosotros. Tal vez podamos averiguar algo gracias a él. ¿Y por qué esa cara ahí de Auroron? ¿Qué es el logro? Ese nombre del logro, ¿dónde está? Oh, capitán. Mi capitán. Ok. ¿Qué pedo con ese logro? Acá, ¿no? Sí, acá es. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
In all my years, I've never had a
Y
child cause me
sigue.
so much grief.
Y
You
sigue.
seriously not see what's at stake here? Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in NATLAN? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
No parece que Auroron vaya a responder.
Just use your brain for a second.
Auroron, le pregunté a mis huevos y dijeron Simón.
Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
A mí no me mires,
I'm
Auroron.
sorry that you have to hear all this.
Ha sido un poco incómodo. No, no pasa
You're
nada.
very
tranquilo.
kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Puta, qué buen oído.
You-
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Hasta Paimon.
Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. I don't need anything from you.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you.
Auroron, abuela y visita. Esta es una representación clara de cuando a tu amigo lo empiezan a regañar delante tuyo.
Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please,
Silali,
just
que has
forget
desheredado,
about it.
perro.
The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that
Ay,
incident.
men, qué bueno.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
Ah, su
That's not
madre,
it,
men.
Granny.
Eso no es eso, abuela. Hay algo de raro en su voz.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
¿Qué?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save NATLAN. So I've got to go.
second! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away
¿Qué
like that?
mierda hizo? Jutsu,
It's a
Jutsu
trick of
clones de
his.
sombra.
If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion.
Ay, qué pendejo.
He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Ugh, little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Oh, su madre. A la
That's
mierda.
a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
No es tan sencillo, Paimon.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later.
Rayos, men. No creo que lo que Capitano iba a decirme fueran tonterías, si no, Auroron tampoco insistiría tanto en seguirlo. Volver a reunirme con ellos queda descartado. Tal vez lo más rápido sería que el arconte Pyro me confirmase lo que hizo Capitano. Y además, voz final, Silale con sus bastón y chancla en la mano. La terquedad de Auroron está haciendo sentir muy mal a Citlali. Tengo que encontrar una manera de hacerla sentir mejor. Oye, ¿qué es esa misión de Auroron que estabas mencionando antes?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Ok. Ah, el ceseo, man. Oye, Citlali. Ah, ok. Ve a la arena Sacrofuego. Ok. Creo que ya tengo una idea de qué personajes van a ser muy divertidísimos de usar así en el mundo abierto, junto con XILONEN, para prácticamente no necesitar estamina nunca.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Ah, perfecto.
All right, it's been a while since we last ate.
Ahora, tu abuela cuando se entera que no has comido. Toda la mesa llena de banquete.
Then
¿Cuánto
let's
apostamos?
go.
A ver.
We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
No, yo pago, no te preocupes.
Really? You're not gonna take her offer?
Paimon.
That's right. See, Lolly has gotten a lot quieter since Aurora ran away.
No es justo que ella pague todo tampoco, no hay que ser conchudos también.
She's right. We're seasoned adventurers, so we're more than capable of paying our own bill.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks?
Ay, no. ¿Por qué no me pongas esa cara tampoco?
Just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns.
Ah, es millonaria entonces.
We're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Ah, entonces puede ser mi sugar mami.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
A menos que esté preparado por Amber. Ok. ¿No tengo que ir? Ah, ya. Ah, tengo que... Pero puedo entrar por acá. Vamos a entrar a la posada. Hasta ahorita todo parece que el plan de Mavuika es algo muy extremo. Ustedes entran a una taberna y encuentran una mesa tranquila. Paimon y tú piden comida y jugo y Silali se ve una botella de vino tras otra. Bueno, gente, lidiamos con una abuela borracha. Sí, ya está borracha, se nota que está borracha.
What are you
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
Paimon only sees one person there.
Paimon, también estás hablando medio borracha.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
Do you think she's drunk?
Ha bebido bastante, sí.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back?
Se
wonder
desmayó
you
ya.
hit it off with Granny Siglali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
¿Me estoy perdiendo de algo?
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Típica madre latinoamericana. Ahogan las penas de sus hijos que no... de los fracasos de sus hijos con alcohol. Como la jefa se va a citar, se sirve unas copas más y se queda mirando a la nada. Hasta parece que no está borracha, sino simplemente pensando en algo. Tu abuela la alcohólica. Señoras y señores, nuestra abuela. Ahí está, en toda su gloria, nuestra abuela. Citlali era bien con Venti. Sí, creo que vi una animación de Citlali bailando con Venti. Creo que he visto una animación en MMD. Que están haciendo ese pasito de que hacen así. Así, ese pasito de que se ha puesto de moda en los MMD. Esa cara. No en la party, en el bar. Ay, no. La abuela. Abuela.
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Lolly? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. I mean, come on! Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Lolly, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah, and I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Yo, pero sigue llegando.
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Gracias por su enseñanza, profe.
That's more like it. About dang time.
Estos bistecs están crudos. Recién me doy cuenta.
Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely.
Todo en esta escena está mal. Todo está mal en esta escena. Oye, que esta cara también es muy memeable. Se pueden hacer memes con esto. Vamos a guardar captura. Tengo un montón de memes acá que puedo hacer.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open?
Con los ojos.
Behind this pitch black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself.
Uy.
Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, es otra Layla. Ok, tiene otra personalidad cuando está durmiendo.
She's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point.
La conoces muy bien. No deberías hacer algo al respecto. O sea, no deberías simplemente no darle alcohol. O sea.
The Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
¿Qué?
Huh?
¿Ya está despierta?
Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew.
¿Qué fue ese sonido?
Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear.
Cuando yo no
I've
te...
never thrown up. Not once.
No recuerdo haberte preguntado.
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right?
Y ya te vimos borracha.
What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Sure.
Actually...
¿Se lo decimos?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
De acuerdo, verás, Silali. Escucha con atención e intenta no enfadarte. Cuentas lo que ocurrió mientras buscaban a Aurorón de la manera más objetiva, imparcial y neutral posible. Cuando Silali compartió su percepción con ustedes dos, un efecto secundario fue el que podía... ¡Uy, no! ¡Qué vergüenza!
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali.
Oh, no.
You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
¿Estás bien? Pareces al...
Take a walk
No sé
with
qué
me.
palabra era esa.
I have things to share with you.
¿Pero segura que puedes caminar?
Given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
Vamos con ella para que no haya ninguna locura. Estás borracha, Citlali. No podemos... ¿Estás segura de que puedes caminar? ¿Dónde diablos tengo que ir? ¿Por qué me estoy teletransportando? Si está ahí nomás. Está ahí nomás cerca y me estoy teletransportando. A ver, tengo que ir arriba, ¿no? Ese, ¿no? ¿Por dónde puedo ir? ¿Por acá? A ver. Ah, pero ¿para qué me voy por las escaleras cuando puedo trepar? Ah, pero por aquí no era. Por aquí no era. Por ahí no era. Ok. Era acá arriba, ¿no? Acá. Listo.
Well, great view, right?
Sí.
I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Gracias por traernos aquí.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no.
Pero si quieres dejarlo salir, o sea, déjalo salir nomás, o sea, estamos
I
aquí.
was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her.
Cierto.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
No, para
I
nada.
don't find you scary at all.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
Las caras de Paimon.
We believe you. XILONEN has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mavuika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind
O sea, el men
believe they can
es
see
un,
human
prácticamente
souls.
un anti-Bennett. O
And
sea,
in Auroran's incomplete soul,
tiene tanta suerte.
they saw a possibility for NATLAN. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Enviar a alguien vivo al reino de la noche. Eso sería una sentencia de
Now
muerte.
you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroron would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool?
Claro,
It's
no.
not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would NATLAN have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to NATLAN. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Eso es lo que deberíamos hacer ahorita.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home.
La abuela.
I hit it a little too hard.
No te preocupes, nosotros nos encargamos.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
No necesitas agradecernos.
Friends, aren't we?
No lo
Besides,
necesitas.
you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Qué linda.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Creo que deberíamos hablar con la Arconte Pyro.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
Tiene que estar al corriente de ellos, sí.
You're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's go to bed.
Ok. Entonces, nos vamos.
Yep. Bring it.
Me siento como Anthony Hawk. Muy bien. Así que tenemos que ir a contarle a Mavuika lo que va a ocurrir, pero no ahora, sino al día siguiente. O sea, el día siguiente hay que esperar. Ah, ok. ¿Quién duerme con zapatos, man? Sal de la posada para ver qué pasa afuera. ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasó afuera? Ah, Citlali, ok.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Pero si todavía es de noche.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive. Especially...
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move.
¿Qué ha pasado?
I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss,
Oh,
including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
okay.
Is attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
¿Y qué va a pasar con Ororon?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the
Okay.
one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to XILONEN right away. Don't worry. I never forget a promise to thank
Ten
you.
mucho cuidado.
All right, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, rayos.
Bring it!
Ah. Ah, acá están todos. Chasca. La hermana de Chasca. Mualani y Ansan.
Our star outlander has appeared. Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole star outlander thing? Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills. Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
¿Todos a la vez?
And the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so
Chuy
they're
Chuy, ya
safe
me
for
acuerdo que se
now,
llamaba Chuy Chuy.
but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chasca and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Mualani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
Tenemos información sobre Capitano que contarle al Arconte Pyro.
Yeah, that does sound important.
Ah, ahí
No
está.
worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished. That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay. It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here
Okay.
for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and
Okay.
some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Ok.
Koichi, do we really have to do
Se
this
van a
now?
poner a pelear ahora.
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
¿Están todos ahí? No, ya se fueron ya.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across NATLAN are in danger. Look,
Sí.
I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
Vimos a Capitano.
What?
Le cuentas a Mavuika cómo fue tu breve encuentro con Capitano y Ororón.
So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
¿La Gnosis puede hacer lo que dice Capitano?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save NATLAN, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet.
O sea, entonces la Gnosis... Pero ningún arconte usaría esa Gnosis con ese fin, claro.
Among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of NATLAN, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Claro. El arconte Pyro acaba de contarnos un secreto súper importante y parecía muy sincera. Supongo que la clave de todo reside en la solución de Capitano para salvar a Natlan.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Not even a little. We would never. Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
No, para nada, jamás.
You scared, Paimon. You've really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mavuika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great. Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
¿Y los ataques del abismo son un comienzo de una catástrofe?
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
Estoy seguro que es una fuente de inspiración para todos los guerreros.
I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, that's just a bonus. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have
Ahí está la razón por la cual no hay NPCs de NATLAN en
I've
otros
told the
lados.
chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of NATLAN.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
Mucha gente se va a ofrecer a luchar, sí.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
All right, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with mualani. She can't be too far ahead.
Corre, Mavuika, ten cuidado, por favor.
No need to
No te
worry
nos
about
mueras.
me.
No queremos que lo de Himeko se repita aquí también en Genshin. Ya no está, ok. Vamos a regresar a los vástagos del eco. Buenas noches, Lobito. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos al stream. Creo que ya está por terminar ya este acto, el acto 3. Creo que ya está por terminar ya. Ah, muy lejos me he teletransportado. Ah, pero es que está antes de la llegada, a ver. Ajá.
Quick, over here, to safety.
Están evacuando a todo el mundo.
Kachina, how many people do you have left?
Todos están a salvo. Lo vi, Paimon, han venido. Por cierto, Kachina no está hablando, no se le escucha la voz por lo que hablé de la huelga que están haciendo los actores de voz.
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
Yo también voy, dice Kachina. A ver, ayuda a la caravana. Qué lindas tus orejas, Lobito, gracias. Ah, me quedé atorado. Ah, no, espérate. Me puedo ah, pero está cerca, está cerca. ¿Está cerca o está muy lejos? A ver. ¿Qué es lo que tenemos que hacer ahora? Ah, pelear. Ah, me dieron personajes de pruebas, qué chévere. Muy bien. Vamos a meter los ultis. ¿Qué hay que destruir? Esto de acá, ¿no? Ah, pero hay que matar a este. Listo. ¿Está? ¿Cuánto le falta a esto? ¿Lo podemos atacar ya? Bien, 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 bien.
I really thought I was done for. I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the abyss isn't after Mora.
¿Realmente esos monstruos piensan? O sea, creo que eso no es una buena... A ver, creo que vamos... Ya. Fue aterrador, pero lo conseguimos.
By the way, where's XILONEN? I thought she would come with you.
The Masters of the Night Wind also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attacks are more urgent. Alright, this isn't a good place to talk. Let's head back to the tribe.
De regreso, entonces. ¿Está muy lejos como para... Me queda flojisto como para correr. No, se me acaba el toque el flojisto, man. Ah, men, se me acaba muy rápido.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh.
The abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought over a whole group of warriors, and just like that, we destroyed several pylons as a team.
En realidad no los traje, solo venía con ellos. Pero fue muy buena idea hacer guardia en la naturaleza, de lo contrario no habríamos venido tan rápido. Hola Lobito, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo está? Bienvenido al stream. Dormir sobre la hierba fue bastante incómodo, pero valió la pena. No quiero hacer un aguafiestas, pero...
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. We've managed to keep it a secret all this time, but more and more people are realizing something's wrong. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and...
Y si seguimos sin saber en qué momento aparecerán los últimos dos héroes del plan del Arconte Pyro.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, mualani. You always find a way to cheer people up.
Thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
He averiguado algunas cosas. Le cuentas a todos lo que sabes sobre el capitano.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly,
Si tiene
if
la
he
misma
has the
información que
same
nosotros.
information as us, I can't really blame him.
Tal vez sea demasiado arriesgado. Ni siquiera nosotros sabemos si los 6 herederos de los nombres antiguos se reunirán a tiempo.
We talked to Mavuika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me.
No es solo la voz de Silali la que está muy saturada. La voz ahorita de Mualani también está...
She's already proven how much she values even a single
Es por el
person's
tema de
life.
las protestas de las
When it
casas de
comes to
doblaje.
NATLAN survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
Yo estoy como
As the
Boica.
Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
Sí, y además no es Snaya. ¿Por qué querrían los Fatui salvar a Natlan?
This is all super confusing.
We still don't have enough information. Once we figure out what the Fatui are doing, we'll have our answer.
Let's head back then. Mavuika said her intelligence officers should return soon. With how many Fatui there are, someone's bound to give something away.
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Mualani, ¿quieres unirte a nuestro equipo de guardia?
I was just about to ask. Count me in. If I was just a bit faster, we could have prevented a few people from getting hurt. People who could help us in the next battle.
Entonces ve a escribirte ya mismo. Con los casos que estamos de personal no creo que te lleve mucho tiempo.
Register? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you...
Bueno, sí, pero tendrás que obedecer mis órdenes.
You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. All right. See you all later. Let's get together and celebrate once this is over.
Oh, you betcha!
Ok, vuelve a la cámara asamblearia. Eso es acá. Espera, vamos a acercar. Cámara asamblearia, ok. ¿Por qué algo me dice que el plan de usar la gnosis involucra sacrificio?
Oh, Chasca and Quichi are here. Wait, are you okay, Quichi?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Los Fatui han ido a
Calm down
Chuichu.
and let me explain. Here's what happened.
A ver.
Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers.
You're right. That's a traveling group from NATLAN. Could they be trading for something? Let's keep observing for now.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over NATLAN, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return.
O sea, los Fatui se están ayudando a la gente común.
It was our decision to help. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from NATLAN.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But...
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done anything illegal. Our captain simply wishes to remain undisturbed. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours. If we wanted to keep you quiet, we would have employed a harsher method.
Okay.
Will? Did you hear that? They mentioned a captain. Isn't that who the Pyro Archon is looking for?
Exactly. We could be onto something big. Still, there was no trade. They were just helping people in need. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save NATLAN. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
Ok. Entonces... Los siguieron.
So this is where they were headed. Looks...
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't...
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning. That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. You've been running around saving people for days. You're already at your limit. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily guarded Fatui hideout all on your own sounds more reasonable. You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble. I'm not sure you can say the same.
All right. If we start arguing, this will never end.
Guess that means I win. Don't worry, you're not the only capable young person from our tribe.
All right, same plan as usual. We split up, communicate with hand signals, make sure our blind spots are covered. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
Y entonces todo salió mal. Bueno, no son muchos tampoco.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. Now.
Moverse, ok. Hay que estar atento a los clics entonces ahorita.
Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act. Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal.
Ok. Qué buen trabajo en equipo, ¿eh?
That's it. Now's my chance.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chasca is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move.
Avanzar, ok. Se cayó, creo.
That was close. Almost got caught. Probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next chance. Now's my chance.
¿Cómo corre? Oh, su madre. Trepó como gato.
Made it! That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it.
¿Qué vas a hacer? Lanzar esfera misteriosa. Uy, el capibara.
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh, it stings!
What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. They've put the people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. This is our chance.
Ya, corre, chasca.
Come get me, Chasca. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Smart idea. Alright. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is completely clear. It's...
Ya, llegaron. Deberían dejarnos al menos jugar con chasca así sin habilidades, al menos por mientras. Hubiera sido más inmersivo.
You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait,
okay.
You're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. More time.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it.
Okay.
Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from NATLAN don't know how to use it.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for.
Exacto.
Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course. We make a good team, don't you think? No reason to stop now.
What was that sound?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? You'll regret that! After them!
Y todo eso ocurrió, entonces se pelearon contra ellos y por eso que Chuy está herida.
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. They'd collected several identical pieces of something. It looked like they were waiting, though. So we decided to come back.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right?
You've done very well. I could make a comment on knowing your limits, but it's not my place.
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the source mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. XILONEN, I need you to gather every scholar in NATLAN familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. Oh, and there are gifts from your patients waiting at the speaker's chamber. I've prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patience. That's so nice of them. Guess that means I'm doing something right.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for NATLAN.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you, Archon.
What am I gonna do with you?
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks!
Todo lo voy a tragar, Paimon. ¿Y ahora qué? Ah, despídete de Chasca y Chuyo, ¿ok? ¿Acá arriba están? Ah, están hasta el otro lado. ¿Por qué mavuika tiene un cierre en medio de la ropa? Sí, yo también me lo pregunto a veces. Interesante diseño, en mi opinión. Es un interesante diseño. ¿Qué tal, Araceli? Bienvenida al stream.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home. With our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she actually rests.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two.
Qué poco práctico. No sea, es como que... Tendrá algún uso. A comparación del traje de Shenhe, o sea... El traje de Shenhe no tiene nada, absolutamente nada de cierre, es un traje entero. Hola, me pareciste recomendado. Sí, a veces solo aparecen recomendados. Bienvenido al stream, Araceli. Bienvenido al canal. Bienvenida al canal. Aquí es todo, generalmente Genshin, pero también a veces de vez en cuando subo otros juegos. Generalmente juegos gacha, pero también a veces he subido alguno que otro juego diferente. Pero más es Genshin.
I won't. Triple promise I won't. Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no
Es
matter
importante
how
que estés
hard
en plena
or tiring
forma,
the work
Chuichu.
gets. I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chasca from doing something dangerous.
Sí, me acuerdo de eso.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned we're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
A lo mejor siempre lo
Neither
estuvieron.
of us are really the type to back down. So we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice
Bien,
meal with your
Lobito.
family.
Gracias.
Bye, you two. Take care of yourselves out there.
¿Que ya va a terminar este acto? Ah, no, todavía.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
Paimon y tú analizan lo que quiere hacer capitano y siente que están a un paso de... ¿Los pasos de alguien? Ah, sí, Lali.
Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders.
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned how Auroran has always wanted to save NATLAN, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroran is probably back with the captain.
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now,
Ah,
I
se ha
confirmed
vuelto a
it
reunir con
myself.
Capitano.
Auroran came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
¿Te ha contado
I
algo?
told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so apparently he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to NATLAN as a whole.
I'm unsurprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. All these years of calling me Granny. And I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of NATLAN. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroran is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
A ver.
Look, remember how I said Auroran's soul is fragmented? This gem is what makes the talisman work.
Oh.
It just so happens that Auroran is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroran would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle. He won't notice anything.
Okay.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroran's memories in this gem.
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
That's amazing, Sweet Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Sí, va a estar enojado, pero...
Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so
Es posible que se enfade, pero los acuerdos familiares son normales, ¿no? Pero es tu deber como abuela hacer
To be
eso.
honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
Y luego llorarás.
Yeah, you're right. First anger, then tears. Oh, wait! Who are you calling a crybaby?
You're just making it worse, Traveler.
I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care. And I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect—
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Claro.
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
Deberíamos ir contigo.
You really mean it? Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers. adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying. You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. Are you ready?
Sí. A ver. Oh, se activó. Ah, ahí está Auroron.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future. And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree.
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating.
Mi amigo el menos esquizofrénico.
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Okay. Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
Okay. Ahí está el capitán.
You're from the Masters of the Night Wind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
My lord!
Pucha, se dio cuenta.
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way.
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Night Wind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there is no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm?
Pero entonces, ¿cómo es que...? A ver, tengo que seguir mirando. Ahí es cuando Capitano llega a la arena por primera vez, claro.
I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates refer to him as the captain. Never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. Oh, what is he gonna do?
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do?
Se peleó con mavuika, claro. Eso ya ocurrió, eso ya lo vimos.
Strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top?
Lo hirió, claro, sí, eso ya ocurrió. Eso ya lo vimos.
Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines. It's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
Okay.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out.
En pocas palabras le dijo bestia.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So,
claro.
We're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Claro.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, You should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change NATLAN for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citalale is said to be the legendary Granny Eatstly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub, and the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
Sí, claro.
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
Okay.
I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
O sea, el trato que hizo pues fue prácticamente para salvar a Citlali, por si acaso.
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just,
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
Puedo entender ese sentimiento.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Qué lindo es Aurora, tan buena persona.
Like grandmother, like grandson, as they
Demasiado
say.
terco.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? That kid's got nothing on me. Anyway, back to what we just saw.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines? What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But
The loom of fate?
oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power. Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected.
Intentó hacerse con la noche con el mismo objetivo en mente,
Which
claro.
means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Auroron's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Mavuika about this right away.
Yes, she needs to know about this.
Ah, ahí termina el acto 3. Ok. Entonces, modo experiencia fluida al acto 4. Y entonces lo vamos a dejar por ahora. Ok, lo vamos a dejar por ahora. Pero ¿dónde hay que ir? Hay que entrar a la cámara, ¿no? Sí, hay que entrar a la cámara. Entonces, mientras no entre a la cámara no va a pasar nada. El acto 4 es 1000 veces mejor, sí. Pero ya me quedé sin tiempo por hoy. Así que esto lo continuamos el viernes, misma hora, 8 de la noche hora peruana. Sí me gustó este acto 3, un poco lento, sí, pero es porque, bueno, está dejando todo listo para que el acto 4 sea espectacular. Yo sé que va a ser espectacular. Así que, bueno, lo vamos a dejar por ahí, como ya dije. Acto 4 lo continuamos el viernes, en la noche. Así como prácticamente a la misma hora de hoy que inicié el stream hoy día. Hoy día ha sido un buen stream. Conseguí a XILONEN, conseguí su arma. Así que estamos bien y todavía me quedan una buena cantidad de protogemas. Me queda todavía para... Ah, no, abrí el historial sin querer. Espera. Acá está, tienda. Y ¿por qué no sé por qué estaba en el...? Todavía me queda como para 224 deseos más. Así que estoy pita, o sea, estoy muy bien. Me salió mavuika, ya me estoy adelantando ya. Me salió XILONEN, me salió su arma. Así que estamos bien, estamos muy bien. Salvando ahora los fondos para mavuika. Así que ha sido un buen stream hoy día, me ha gustado conocer a los personajes nuevos, a Citlali, a Auroron y a XILONEN, especialmente a XILONEN. Así que nada, muchas gracias a toda la gente que ha estado en el stream. Muchas gracias a Black Dragon, a Benji Rock, mis hermanos del alma, Nico, gracias por haber estado en el stream, Seita también, gracias por haberte aparecido, Consuelito, Humbertito, gracias a Araceli también por haber aparecido también en el stream. Así que nada, a todas las 92 personas que se han aparecido en el stream, porque acá veo que hay 92 visualizaciones. Muchísimas gracias por pasarse aquí en este pequeño canal que tengo. Así que nada, continuamos con el acto 4 el día viernes. Y nada, espero que les haya gustado el stream de hoy. No olviden suscribirse y dejar su like si es que quieren ver más streams así. Yo soy Lobito y nos estamos viendo en una próxima oportunidad. ¡Chao!